if you look at the illustration for this lesson, this is the epitome of what we're going to be talking about, this concept of dilution. Now, a lot of you might not have any experience with concentrated orange juice. The whole from concentrate idea is now taboo. Everyone gets fresh orange juice. But when I was growing up, what my mom would do was she would take orange juice that was from a can, it was frozen, and she poured it into a pitcher, and then she would add 3 cans of water to it. Now, this is the concentrated orange juice, and the way that they get that, it's not anything not natural. They just evaporate the water, they boil the water off, so you have just super concentrated orange juice, which obviously you don't want to drink, and then you add back the water into it to create regular orange juice. Now, the reason why we do this is for space-saving reasons. Now, it's a lot easier to transport these little containers and then have the consumer just add water rather than having those huge jugs of fresh orange juice. But apparently people like fresh orange juice more, so this has fallen out of fashion. In chemistry, however, we do almost the exact same thing. Instead of these from concentrate cans, we have what are called stock solutions. And it's spelled like this. So this would be the equivalent for me of a stock solution. Now, a stock solution is an extremely concentrated solution, and what we do as chemists is we then dilute it down to whatever concentration we need. Now, the question is, number one, why do we need to dilute it down? Why can't we just use the stock solution? And number two, why send the stock solution in the first place rather than just ordering the correct concentration? The answer to the first question is, if you have a stock solution of, let's say, 12 molar hydrochloric acid, if you spill that on your skin, it will burn your skin and cause extreme damage. And most of the labs that we are doing in our class don't require very concentrated hydrochloric acid, mostly like 0.1 molar. It's impressive if we get up to 1 molar solution. The reason why I order stock solutions is, number one, it's cheaper and it's easier for the provider, normally like Flynn Sci, to send it because it's a smaller volume, but I can create a much larger volume by diluting it, just like in this case. Much smaller volume here of orange juice, but then you just dilute it out with water. And so that's the task that I have a lot of the times when I'm preparing labs, is going into the back of my classroom, I get out a stock solution and I dilute it out. Now, in this unit, you guys are actually going to be helping me to dilute out solutions to create solutions that we can use later on in the year. So what we have to do first, before you guys can learn how to do that, you need to understand how this whole process works, how I can know what, if I know the concentration of this orange juice and I know its volume, how can I determine the concentration of this final orange juice if I know its final volume? So there's actually a formula for us to use.